So state forward is also nothing but UI router. So we have to use UI view directive to display the templates. Okay, so in ng routing we have to use ng view directive. So for state provider we have to use UI view. Okay, state provider. So state provider nothing but Angular UI router. Okay, so we have ng root directive to provide the routing for our application, but in another way also we can provide the routing, so that is UI router. So UI router is a routing framework for AngularJS, which allows you to organize the parts of your interface into a state machine. So unlike the root service, okay, unlike the root service in the Angular ng-root module, so which is organized around URL roots. UI router is organized around states, which may optionally have roots as well as other behavior attached. Okay, so it will also works like ng-root module. Okay, so in ng-root module we have to use ng view directive to display the templates. Okay, different parts of the application. So, but in UI router we have UI view. Okay, UI view directive to display the different parts of our application. State provider. Okay, so in this example, state provider example, index.html form is there. So in this index.html form, for body tag, use ng app directive. Okay, router app. Okay, so application name is router app, and here navigation. Okay, so this is main application name, and here two menus is there. Okay, home and about. Okay, so two menus, home and about, and another directive. Okay, UI view. Okay, for state provider we have to use UI view. Okay, but in previous example we have done ng view directive. ng view directive. Okay, that is for ng root directive. So, but now we are using UI view directive to display the different parts of our application, nothing but templates. So home and about two menus is there. When you click on home, it will display the home partial list. Okay, partial home list.html, partial home.html. Okay, two HTML forms is there. Okay, so the state provider nothing but, so for example we have we implemented templates in two different HTML forms. Okay, but if you want to display two templates in the same form, okay, two templates in the same form, we have to use state provider. Okay, but by using ng root directive we cannot display two templates at the same time. Okay, but UI router you can display two templates. Okay, you can display two templates at same time, at a time. So here we have to use UI sref. Okay, UI sref nothing but a href attribute. Okay, for anchor tag. home and about. This is the URL routing, home and about. And next, um, so in header section, okay, we have called AngularJS library, and another one is UI router. Okay, Angular UI router dot min.js. Okay, this is also nothing but like ng root library. And another one app.js. Okay, our implemented JS file. So router app. Okay, router app. This is application name. Okay, this is module. Okay, angular.module router app, and UI router, UI.router is there. So if you open this library, okay, you can find the library name. Okay, module name. Okay, UI.router. Okay, module.exports UI.router. So this is the module of this library. Okay, so for ng root directive, we have to use here ng root, but UI router we are using UI.router. And next, router app.config. So that configuration like ng root directive and function. In this function, state provider and URL root provider, two services we are using: state provider, comma URL root router provider. In that function, dollar URL router provider dot otherwise home. Okay, otherwise home means, so first home form, okay, home template is displaying. Home template slash home. This is the first URL, and from second statement onwards, if you click on home menu or if you click on about menu, so it will take the templates from views folder and display the particular templates into that main index.html form. Okay, the state provider display multiple templates at the same time at a time. Okay, home states and nested views, index.html slash hash, okay, hash slash home and paragraph. Okay, state provider dot state home. Okay, first home, the router is in home, URL home, and template URL views partial home.html, partial home.html. So this is the template for home page. Okay, template for home page. In this template, we have two menus in there. Okay, two menus, two links is there. Okay, list and paragraph. In the home menu, this is another template. Okay, in this template, we want to display another template. Okay, this is the content UI view. In this view, displaying partial home.html. Okay, in partial home.html form, we want to display another template, that is partial home list.html. Okay, so UI srf dot list and dot paragraph, two links, list and paragraph. So first of all, run this example, you will get some idea. Okay, so this is our application. Okay, so first displaying home page. Okay, in this home page, app.js. Okay, first it is redirected to home. Okay, it will redirected to home. in this first home form, okay, home menu, the home page, okay, the home page, and this page demonstrates nested views. Okay, this page demonstrates nested views. So two buttons is there, two menus are two buttons, list and paragraph. So if you click on list and or paragraph, okay, you want to display another template in this template. Okay, list is displaying here, and if you click on and here routing also changed. Okay, list home/list. If you click on paragraph, the paragraph is displayed. Okay, this is another template, and here routing also changed. Okay, two lists, UI view. In this UI view, okay, so first home partial home.html form is displaying. So the state, okay, the state is home.list. First home.list, home.list. The URL routing, okay, routing state is home.list, home.list. The URL state is home.list, URL/list. Okay, the URL changed to /list and template URL. In this folder, partial home list.html, partial home list.html. Okay, the list names coming from here, scope.names, Prasad, Satish and Harsha. These three names coming from this controller and displayed in partial home list.html. Okay, list ng repeat and name in names. Okay, so if you click on list, okay, in this partial home, it will display partial home list. Okay, otherwise if you click on paragraph button, okay, paragraph button, okay, the state is goes to here. Okay, so your URL state, okay, URL stored state, this state goes to this statement. Okay, home dot paragraph, the URL is paragraph template, this template is displayed. Okay, the sample paragraph is displaying. Okay, I could sure use it link right now. So this is one home.html form. Okay, main template and partial template. Okay, this is nested partial template. This is main template and this is partial template. Okay, nested template in this template. And if you click on home, okay, if you click on about, okay, so about template is displaying and another two templates also displaying. Okay, look, I am in first column and this is second column. Okay, fruits list. If you click on about, so URL is about and views. So views is template URL, partial about.html. Okay, partial about.html. Here two columns is there. In this row, two columns is there. In these two columns, UI view equal to column 1 and UI view equal to column 2. And go to app.js, column 1 at about. Column 1 at about means in about form, okay, in about form, at column 1, okay, we have to display this template, and column 2 at about. In about form at column 2 we have to display this template, okay, table data.html, table data.html. So the fruits data is displaying in this template. Okay, fruits is coming from this controller, okay, my app controller. So the controller is my app controller. Okay, so we assign the controller name, and this controller scope.fruits variable is created, okay, and object type variable. So from this fruits object we are displaying this fruits information in table data.html form. Okay, so this,
For those where we have given the CSS attributes,
hmm,
for the table, we should give the CSS attributes, right?
CSS attributes
Yeah, for the fruits and there's about options.
here,
Yeah,
where
yeah, where we have given the CSS attributes over there for the tabular form. In the index.html only. Oh,
index.html, huh?
yeah, yeah, I can see here for the tabular form.
The table data.html, right?
Okay.
Hmm. These are all predefined CSS.
Yeah.
Okay, these are bootstrap classes. Okay, table styles.
Oh,
Okay, so this is table styles. So in table dot data.html form, so this information is there, and about, in the about form two columns is there. So main content, so this is main content, and after that two columns is there. Okay, in the row, class equal to row, so this is also bootstrap class. Okay, bootstrap class is row, so the row from here to here. Okay, so total row, but this row is dividing into two columns. Okay, so 6 by 6, okay, two columns. Okay, row max width is 12 columns. Okay, in bootstrap row maximum width is 12 columns. Okay, we are dividing this two row into 6 columns width and the 6 columns width. Okay, 6 by 6, two columns. In first column and the second column. So this is also UI view and UI view. UI view you have to display partial template into this div. Okay, by using this column name. So that is the UI view name. Okay, in about form. Okay, at column 1. Okay, in about column 1, this template, and about to in about form column 2, this template display. Okay, so this is state provider example, and I will send this example. Okay, practice this. This is very typical. Okay, and watch and digest, apply. Okay, watch digest, and apply. So these functions are these predefined methods are like services are used to uh, data binding mechanism. Okay, used to data bind concept. Okay, internally AngularJS internally call these methods. Okay, watch, digest, and apply methods to bind the value from controller to the view or from view to the controller. Okay, internally works these three methods. Okay, AngularJS has a powerful data binding mechanism. Okay, when you do changes in a variable on the scope object within your view. Okay, within your view, if you do any changes in a variable, okay, the scope object automatically updates itself. Okay, scope object automatically updates. Similarly, whenever the scope object changes, the view updates itself when the new value. Okay, when the new value is updated, the scope is automatically updates. So first of all, watch function. So watch function is used to observe changes in a variable on the scope. So for example, we have scope variable nothing but like name. Okay, name is the scope variable. If you do any change in that variable, okay, so the scope dot watch function is observe that variable. Okay, the changes on the variable. So what which changes are doing on that variable. Okay, it accepts three parameters: expression and listener and equality. Object where listeners are equal to object or option parameters. So when you create a data binding from somewhere in your view to a variable on the scope object. Okay, when you create a data binding from somewhere in your view, somewhere nothing but a controller. Okay, we can bind the data to the variable. Okay, in the scope object from controller. AngularJS creates a watch internally. Okay, AngularJS creates a watch internally. So that watch method, okay, observe the changes in that variable. Okay, if you do any changes, it will observe the changes. So the watch means that AngularJS watches changes in the variable on the scope object. The scope.watch function creates a watch of some variable. When you register a watch, you pass two functions and parameters was the function. So this watch function takes two parameters, value function and listener function. So value function is original value and listener function is new value. Okay, so if you do changes in variable, okay, you have to pass the new value and the old value. So this watch function watch the changes in that variable. Okay, scope dot watch function and the two functions. So this is value function and comma, and this is listener function. You can see here actually in real-time applications, okay, some scenarios, okay, in some scenarios variables is not updated automatically. Okay, so in that scenarios we sometimes we have to use watch function to do the changes in variable. Okay, so nothing but input in our example. Okay, for body tag AngularJS application name is created and controller also created, and one text box is there. Okay, so and another button is there. So when you click on this display data button, okay, display data button, this display my value function is display my value function is executed. Display my value function is executed and display that value. Okay, my value. We are binding scope dot my value. This is scope variable. Okay, scope variable binding to this uh, AngularJS text. Okay, so you can find the how many times you change the variable. Okay, by using watch function. Scope dot name is the variable and scope dot container counter is the one variable, and scope dot watch. Scope dot watch is name. Okay, we are observing this variable. Okay, ng model equal to name. Okay, we want to observe this variable. Okay, how many times is updating the value. We want to observe the value. Scope name function new value and old value. Okay, we are passing old value and new value, and scope dot counter equal to scope dot counter plus 1. Okay, if you do any change in that variable like ng name variable. Okay, so the count is changed here. Okay, so if you enter any value like my name is Smith. Okay, so the counter is 16. Okay, the 16 means for uh, every button click, for every key click in the keyboard, it will change the counter value. Okay, that is the changes in variable. These are all changes in
Like even for the space button also it counts that.
space also. Space is not counted, but keys. Okay,
Okay.
if you type anything, that is the counting. How many times you change that variable. So that is the watch. Okay, we are watching the variable and watch and digest. So the digest function iterates through all the watches in the scope objects. Okay, and it's a scroll and it's a child scope objects. The when digest iterates over the watches, it calls the value function for each watch, and if the value returned by the value function is different, then the value is returned the last time it was cancelled. It was called. The listener function for that watch is called. Actually, the thing is the digest function is called whenever AngularJS thinks it is necessary. Yeah, the digest function. Sometimes values is not updated okay automatically. To update the value, okay, and to update the correct values. Okay, sometimes we have to use digest function. So the example is digest. This is the digest example. So in this digest example, two buttons is there. Okay, two in these two buttons. First button we used ng click directive. Okay, to call the JavaScript function. Okay, to call the function in controller. Okay, update time. And another button is id. Okay, another button is id update time button. So when you click on this first button, okay, update time function is called. Okay, update time function is called here in controller. So scope dot date time equal to new date time. Okay, date time variable is created here, and scope dot update time. So when you click on this button, first button, this function is executed, and scope dot date time variable new date. Okay, current date is applied to the date time variable, and here displaying the date time in with this format. Okay, this is filter, right? Pipe character and the date is the filter, and this is the format of to display the date. So now date is updating into this scope variable. Whenever you click on second button, okay, update time button, so there is no function, okay, there is no function to execute for second button. Okay, there is no ng click event. Okay, so in that scenarios, document dot get element by id update time button. So this is the id. We are finding the variable, okay, finding the value, finding the element, and add event listener. Add event listener is the click event. This event is attaching to this button. Okay, in the runtime only. In the runtime only, we are attaching click event to this button. Okay, and after that, when you click on this button, scope dot date time equal to new date, and scope dot digest method is calling. So if you put this comment, okay, scope dot digest, okay. So run this example first. Okay, when you click on this first button, okay, date is changing. Okay, 34. Okay, and 36. So like this changing. When you click on second button, okay, date is not updating. Okay, sometimes the scope values are not updated like this. Okay, you are not using for this button click event. Okay, you are using id and added event listener to this button, and the scope dot date time equal to new date time. Okay, here binding the date to this date time variable. Okay, new date, but data is not updating. In that scenarios, use scope dot digest. So now if you click on any button, okay, 33, and again you can click on second button, okay, 37. So now two buttons events are working. Okay, for first button use ng click event, for second button no click event. Okay, in the runtime we are adding click event to this button. In that scenarios, sometimes the scope variables is not updated, so that we can use digest method. So digest method internally update the scope values. Okay, AngularJS internally call the digest method to bind the values. And next, okay, so apply function uh, apply the changes to the variable. Okay, AngularJS do automatically updates only those model changes which are inside AngularJS context. Okay, which are AngularJS context. AngularJS context means in the AngularJS functions only scope where value scope objects are updating. If you call the JavaScript function outside the AngularJS context. Okay, if you call the JavaScript function from outside of the AngularJS context, and AngularJS context means AngularJS code. Okay, that function is not in our AngularJS application module. Okay, if you write outside of the AngularJS, okay, outside of the AngularJS function. So this function is outside of the AngularJS context. So this is total AngularJS context. This is outside of the JavaScript function. Okay, sometimes if you want to, sometimes you need to call the functions like this also. So in that scenarios, okay, sometimes uh, we need apply method to automatically update the scope variables. Okay, automatically update the scope variables from outside of the AngularJS context. Okay, when you do change in any model outside of the Angular context. Okay, like browser DOM events are set to timeout like this. Okay, then you need to inform Angular of the changes by calling apply manually. Okay, we need to call this method, okay, $apply method to update the scope variables. Okay, when the apply function is called finishes, Angular calls digest and internally. Okay, AngularJS after uh, manually we have to call this function. Okay, manually apply function you have to call, and AngularJS internally this digest function is executed to bind the values. So all data binds are updated. Scope.apply function takes a function as parameter which is executed, and after scope.digest is called internally. Okay, scope.apply function, scope.data.myvar. So this value is updated to this variable. Okay, so here in this example, one text box is there, and another custom directory is created. Hello world is the custom directory. So this is element directory. So we have created new element hello world. Okay, so app.directive hello world, in the return keyword restrict AE. Okay, both restrictions are using element and attribute. Both restrictions are given, and replace equal false. Okay, so replace equal to false means you can this template is added to this hello world element. If you given replace equal to 2, this template is replaced with this element. Okay, and link functions are used to call the events in the template only. In the template we have paragraph and style equal to background color, and the color is binding from the uh, binding binding from the link functions. Okay, so here element in the link functions, scope, element, and attributes. So these are the three attributes is must and should: scope, element, and attributes. So element dot bind means this click event is bind to this element. Okay, paragraph, with this paragraph, the element click event is adding to this paragraph. So when you click on this paragraph, scope dot apply function is automatically updated the scope variable. Scope dot color equal to yellow. Okay, scope dot color equal to yellow. This yellow is updated to this background color. And element dot bind. Okay, another method. Element dot bind. This mouse over event is bind to this paragraph. Okay, element. And function element dot css. CSS method is used to write some CSS, apply CSS properties to the selected HTML element. The cursor is pointer. Okay, pointer cursor is added. Okay, so now run this example. Okay, so enter a color and hello world. Okay, pointer is displaying cursor. Okay, pointer. So when you come out from the text, the normal mouse is displaying. Okay, so when your mouse hover on that particular text, the cursor is changing. Okay, mouse hover event is added to the paragraph so that mouse is displaying hand tool. So click on this. Okay, so background color is yellow is added to the paragraph. So this is the event. So this event, click event is binded to this paragraph and apply this color. Okay, scope dot apply. So this apply is added to this. Go to inspect and you can see the here allow world at custom directive. Okay, and style equal to cursor is pointer. Okay, and the paragraph is displaying. So if you put here replace true, so replace true. So now there is no hello world element. Okay, okay, directly paragraph is displaying. Okay, background color is hello. So like this it will apply the scope objects. So these are the topics in AngularJS. So I will send these examples. Okay, state provider and watch digest apply and the link functions and isolate scope. Okay, so these are all important topics. Okay, so please practice on this state provider and isolate scope and watch digest apply. Okay, and also I will send the interview questions also on AngularJS. Okay, so please practice. Okay, so today AngularJS topics completed and you can learn Bootstrap. Okay, from double three schools or tutorials point. Okay, if you need any help, so please contact me. I will send these examples. Okay, so please practice.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Yes,
so today I didn't receive any mail, so I forwarded it with my friend.
which mail?
This is the meeting mail.
Okay. So actually I forgot to mention about mail ID.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so please practice all these concepts. I will send the assignments and that what is called intro questions and these example tasks also. Okay, all these are example tasks. I will send to you.
Okay.
Okay, so bye. If you
Yeah.
have any
Can you
doubts,
send the
please
notes
contact me.
also?
Sorry.
Can you send the notes?
Yeah, I will send the notes also. Okay. So I will send
Thank you,
all
sir.
these folders. Okay, in this folders.
Yeah. Also the previous class videos like you have to upload in the YouTube.
Yeah, I will share the links also.
Yeah. Okay. Sir. Thank you.
If you have any doubts, please contact me. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sir.
And if you need any backup or after you got the project,
Mm-hmm.
I will provide the backup also.
Like actually, all the projects they are taking for the React JS like something.
All the projects from React.js.
Yeah.
In,
Present all the projects are from the React JS only it seems.
okay. So that okay.
Like you will give the backup for the React JS also, sir.
I will try to give the backup also. React.js also.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Sure. Thank
Okay. If you got
you.
the project, contact me.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Pawan,
Okay.
Meena, and Ajit also. Yeah, I will send the YouTube links. Okay. So bye.
Okay, sir.